So right now we're still with Hakon and the rest of his caravan. Fortunately, none the worst for wear. We were able to get a couple days of rest in. We got tons of supplies with this group, so we're in pretty good shape with them. Remember we did the additional combat after our last war, which got us the 1 will per kill to throw on Hakon. So this group, I think, is in pretty good shape. We still don't have Bercy up in the mix. I don't know how much that really bothers me. I feel like Bercy is basically just kind of like a repeat of Gunnulf. Just the two of them are pretty similar, although Bercy's special ability is what? It's the same thing. It's Tempest and Heavy Impact. So Bercy literally is just Gunnulf with dark hair. So I'm not going to worry about it. I gotta keep adjusting my mic. This mic arm is going. All right. Everyone's healthy. Plenty of supplies. That last fight, remember, we did the army battle with this group and got 0 casualties, so they've got great morale going. Julie and Min repping tablet streams. I love it. Moger comes to you sporting a dour expression. There are more warriors than usual claiming illness lately. I don't think they're faking it. I've seen them vomiting or stumbling around. Humans seem to be suffering from something too. Are we pushing too hard? Some kind of disease? Is it some kind of disease? Were they all wearing masks and following proper social distancing protocols? That's the first question I have, Moger. I can't prove anything, but I think some of the rations may have been poisoned. Before you can respond, he continues, don't spread paranoia. It may be nothing. I found nothing wrong with the food, and most of us aren't ill. What do you think? Keep a trusted Varl on watch, keep asking around, threaten the group. No need to foster suspicion over stomach aches, or it might not be the food. See if you can find some other connection. We're gonna keep a trusted Varl. No, let's just keep asking around for now. Moger returns not long after. Nobody I trust has seen anything odd, apart from the dredge, of course. You both agree to keep an eye on things for now. I love how I kind of waxed on and on about this the other day, but these big panoramic shots, I love how they give you like a difference in depth depending on the scene so that you get this kind of different look, and the caravan and its long banner kind of becomes your signifier for scale. Luden has been sending scouts ahead, quicker and more nimble than your Varl. One rushes back just as you cross the hilltop, out of breath. Dredge, that direction, you overhear him tell Luden. About a day away, they found a village. You ask what they're doing. Tearing the place apart, he says. Maybe 1,000 of them, or more, looking for God's knows what. This will be a bigger fight than usual. Luden is uncharacteristically silent, waiting to see what you say. I like any situation that makes Luden not talk, but I hate any situation where the number of dredge is described as 1,000. So let's see. Draw some of them forward and split them. Get closer before making a move. Wait to see what they do. I like the idea of maybe luring some of their force off and fighting it separately. It's kind of like pulling just part of a pack in an MMO. But if we wait, we might be able to just see them shuffle off. Well, if we wait and they shuffle off, what happens to the village? I mean, the village has got to be toast, right? There's no way that they didn't just steamroll the village if they're tearing it apart already. I kind of like... We're going to do number 1 here, because if it means I can... If it's 2 fights, but they're not as brutal, I think that's a better use of resource. You send a small group of shield bangers to get their attention. They do. Half a day later, many dredge are giving chase up the hill in their plotting sort of way. You get ready to lay waste. Dredge line the battlefield, weapons drawn, a fight seems inevitable. So they've got about 500, and we've still got our force of a little over 600. So last time we charged and then stuck around for a second wave. I think we're still gonna charge. I know, well, I had said like, hey, let's just do formations and then we can mop up afterwards. Knowing now what the size of one of those second waves is, let's do a charge again. You consider taking your trusted allies and leading the charge, battering down the enemy. It'll throw you into the thick of battle where the fighting is most dangerous, but a strong charge can save lives. Let's do this, because if I'm aware of what we got to do in the second half, I might be able to manage statistics better in the front half, if that makes sense. All right. Same party. Like I said, we're going to leave Bercy out of it for now. Oh, beautiful. And they didn't even split me this time. We're kind of all right up the gut. All right, so what do they got? They got a couple of big boys, some of the heavies. The smaller ones should just be a matter of like one armor break and then one good shot. Really kind of mops them up in quick work. So let's do this. Luden, I want you behind Moger. Eric can be pretty far back because most of what I think I'm going to have him doing is supporting, what's her name? Yrsa. We'll have Moger try and kind of draw attention and bother this right flank. Gunnulf goes a little bit later, so I don't want him to get like railed on. And then Eric is like the latest, so that's fine. We'll have Gunnulf here, because then by the time Gunnulf's turn comes up, whichever side is kind of a better usage for him, we'll have him charge in. Yeah, I like this. All right, so right from jump, get Hakon into the thick of it. What is his Sundering Impact to? It's strength damage +1, 1 break on the target. So his strength is 14. So he's already doing 6 damage. But this is going to use a willpower. I don't even think we need that. If we do this and then use 3 of his willpower right off the jump, we have that guy down to a 1. So he's basically a non-combatant. So that guy moved first for their team. Okay, we want to start working on this guy's armor, like essentially right away. So we're gonna break damage on target, and then I think he'll probably attack Moger. I don't know that he could really do too much to walk around and get at like Luden per se. Yeah, so Gunnulf here. And remember, Gunnulf's kind of a glass cannon kind of a situation. So we got to be careful. I would have loved to like swing in here, but it would have been kind of useless. Oh, that guy's just not going to attack at all? I mean, I'm fine with that too. All right, so Luden, step up by 1 here. So knock back 1 tile, target bleeds 1 strength per move on next turn. Or we can get a 5 armor strip. Well, okay, so a 5 armor strip or 6 to just strength damage. These guys' armor isn't that impressive for the little ones, so I think I'm just going to take the 6 to strength, right? Like, that basically makes him a non-threat. So that means we got to bring Yrsa over here. Where can I slag and burn? Right here, right? Explosion to 5 tile area. They take -2 strength, so that would take, hang on, that would take him to 2, him to 9. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. So now the big guy takes some strength damage, even though he's kind of he's still in a pretty good spot because he's got that like the heavy kind of stat layout. So we want you to use your rally, but on who? Hang on, let me see. Moger's got his 4 still. Yrsa's still got plenty. I mean, we could put it on Luden just so that he can get in and do a bigger shield break on this guy next turn. We can put it on Hakon for kind of the same reason. Hakon, we might need it for just to get him to move into the place we need him. Oh, hey, Afterlife. Thanks for dropping in. I think maybe Hakon's the better use here. Because Luden, we got to be careful. I don't want to charge forward with him to get some break attack in if it's going to cost us dearly for him. So we can give Hakon some willpower. This guy shouldn't be able to get at anybody. He's just moving. Yeah. Okay, and now Hakon can get into the mix. So what do I do? Do we attack this big guy? He could actually do strength damage to us, or we could wipe out this dude. We do 4 strength damage to this guy, which would put him in a situation where he can't hurt Hakon. Oh no, we won't be able to do that much because it's going to take 3 willpower just to get him there. Okay, then let's do this. Let's go ahead and take this guy down to 1. So now the only thing I got to be careful of is the dredge do that like chain reaction thing. So while I'm trying to get some of these other guys whittled down, we want to be careful to not necessarily kill any of the other dredge, because right now they're benefiting us because they've got such garbage stats. 2, 1, 1. Well, I mean, look, I've said that, but now what do we do with Gunnulf otherwise? We just stand here and let him lose armor? We don't want to do that either, because we want that stuff to carry over. So don't use any willpower, just cut 1 down. Sorry, you're set. Luden's gonna move off 1. I don't entirely know what the coals do, because I'm gonna be honest, these guys tend to walk through the coals and act like they just didn't even notice they were there. That is not what you want to see. A big loss of armor on the Mogre. What can we do here? 2, 2, 1. This guy doesn't go for a while. I think it's Irsa backs up 1 and drops another slag and burn. Can she hit this one? She can't hit this one. Yeah, give me one of those. That'll knock out the 1 big dude. Kill him outright. 2 more off of the other big guy, which kind of lessens the blow if he starts getting in more attacks. And then I should have checked what everyone's kills were at. I'm really kicking myself for that now. Who goes next for you guys? That's this guy that goes next? Didn't he just go? No, it must have been the other. It must have been the guy next to him, and I'm just seeing it. Funny. Let's go ahead and ice that guy because he does have slightly more strength. It's another kill for Eric. Yeah, 1 damage off on Hakon. I'm not going to be upset about. We should have used Eirik's turn. Is it just Eric? How do I say that guy's name? We should have used his turn to get more willpower over to Hakon. Because we've kind of put him in a garbage scenario. Do I try and do 1 strength damage? What is your special? Well, you can't use it because we don't have any willpower, so that's moot. All right, let me just chip some armor off. It's the much better use of the resource. Why is everyone after her? They love her. Really nothing we can do with him. I was gonna say, if he runs all the way to my archer, I will be pissed. All right, I guess Gunnulf, you are just gonna start cleaning up a little bit. I'm not gonna be sad about getting Gunnulf some more renown either. The dude's a beast. We need, you're only the 1. Man, she is hurting. We need her to level up so bad, if only to get her some more health. What's the farthest you can move, my dude? Oof, we're in a bad way with her right now. He can kill her outright. Move, slag and burn, attack. How much? 2, 3, 4, 5 is not enough. Oh boy. And he goes next. Well, maybe we'll just get him to use use his move to go to somebody else since the slag and burn coals are there. Yeah, buddy. All right, you gotta own that battlefield. Eirik, I know this is gonna give someone else another turn, but I would love for you to give Hakon some willpower back. We do have willpower from the horn as well. I have not forgotten about it. For once. So you need to do 4. That's exactly what you do. That's fine. Oh, snap. We killed the other guy, too. I forgot about the chain reaction. Nice. You take a moment to survey the battlefield. The enemy is being pushed back all the way down the line. You can take this opportunity to pull back and leave combat immediately. On the other hand, chasing down more dredge would rally your fighters and save a few lives. We're gonna go for it because we're actually in way better shape than we were last time. How many did we get? A 6-shot to Gunnulf right off the jump is not really what you want to see. I'm gonna be real honest. I guess we're gonna have to send you up this way. Is it just the 3 of them? Because that I'm fine with. Yeah, look, if this dude wants to try and go toe to toe, he's welcome to. 11, 10. I mean, Gunnulf, are you feeling saucy, my dude? You want to just stand and bang with this guy? What, you got 6 armor? He's gonna wreck you next turn. Well, not much to be done about it. We gotta just get in the pocket. Luden's gonna take a big one. Luden's animation where it looks like he's dead when he just kind of steps backwards drives me bonkers, because every time I think that I've gotten him killed. 2. Gunnulf's gonna go almost down to nothing. Let's see. You're up next. She's got 3 chain we can use. We could break him way down. Or do we use a slag and burn on this guy down here and start chipping him down? I think that's the play. Safeguard Luden a little bit. Alright, Mogur's down. Eirik's still not in a terrible spot. He is out of willpower, though, which is kind of a bummer. If we swing him around behind... I mean, if it comes down to the same thing as last time, because, yeah, like, here's Luden's down. If we wind up in the same situation as last time where we just have to kind of dance around and clean up with Hakon, I'm not totally upset with that prospect. Yeah, we'll take you to 1. Gunnulf is down. Let's have you, if I may... I want you to do a full strip on this guy. Yeah, exactly. Exactly that. This guy's gonna go and waste his shot on Eirik's armor, which seems completely insane. And then... I want you to move here, because if you could soak up an attack on Hakon, I am fine with that as well. Let's get an armor strip out of you. Okay. So they should get me into what looks like a pretty bad spot here, but it's not as bad as it would look. And I'm going to have them whittled down in time for them to not even have a big advantage during pillage. In fact, I think we're going to wind up with 2 people standing because this idiot didn't just finish off Eric. So that's, I mean, that's fine. 3 takes you to 8. Yeah, I think I'd rather that. And then, yeah, okay. So we are going to have to pull up stakes and camp again. But this should be another overwhelming victory from like a morale standpoint. As well as hopefully the item we get out of it is good. The one we got last fight was not terrible. Padded undercoat. Sounds underwhelming, but we'll see. If it's armor and we can give it to someone like Luden or Ysir, like I'm fine with that. 4 injuries, handful of renown. Actually a pretty good renown number too. Go into camp as soon as possible so that we don't draw another fight. And then before we do anything else, let's just go ahead and rest. This caravan, we can get away with this tactic of like pushing it a little too hard because they just have so much in the way of supplies. Like if I have to burn a couple days resting with them, it doesn't bother me. All right, we got to check everyone's kills too here so I know who's on their way to a level up. I think probably Hakon, now that we got another big battle's worth of resolve, or renown rather, I think he's probably in a situation where we can level him up. But I don't want to be too hasty. He's already doing just fine. Moger needs 3. I would love to get another level on Moger because, like, let's be honest, the quicker we can get him up to max armor, Moger's only job is to armor break. So like maybe an extra one in exertion isn't terrible because then he's doing 6 armor break on his attack. But also having his armor high enough that we can get him up next to those stronger guys and not have to worry as much about him soaking damage. That's a big deal. Also, damn son, Gunnulf, we need to get you armor. Maybe you're the person we give this padded undercoat to. What does it do? Yeah, heavy when soaked with blood and sweat, but a little bit of padding can be the difference between life and death. We're putting that on you, Gunnulf. And we got to get you leveled. You need 1 more kill. So Gunnulf for sure, 1 more kill the next time we fight. 3 more for Luden. 1 more for Yrsa. Yrsa getting more break would be a big deal. I would be 100% okay with that too. And then 2 more for Eric. Eric's such an anomaly because like Eric I like, and his special is really useful, but that's really the only thing I'm using him for is to keep feeding people like Hakon on the front lines and like keep Yrsa fed. So I don't know. Oh, Bercy leveled up. Do they just get some experience from sitting on the sideline? Interesting, because we've definitely never fought with Bercy. Given the fact that none of these other guys are ready to level, I think we are going to go ahead and promote Hakon. And his 2 points... Do we just put it all into strength? His 11 armor already is pretty sufficient most of the time. I wouldn't hate putting it in will, even with Eric there to recharge us, because that gives us some flexibility to maybe take Eric out. No, you know what? For right now, let's give him the extra point of armor, give him the extra point of strength. Next level, wait. 14 of 14. Oh, we can promote him a second time? Oh, yo. All right. Well, hang on, because that would also get his ability up. So heavy impact. Yeah. 2 additional break on heavy impact. That's maybe worth it. God, Hakon really is our whole freaking army. The fact that I just leveled him up and we immediately could level him up again is pretty telling. With the village still a day away, You're eating on the march. A Varl approaches. We had words earlier, says Gris. You recall him claiming that he didn't care for your command. Oh, this is the guy. Was this the guy when we saw them in line and he was grumbling? You were right in what you did. Let me join your guard and fight at your side. Pride hangs on his posture and sincerity in his eyes. You protect me? Get out of my face. You've got one shot. I mean, we're trying to win their trust, right? Like we've got some pretty big shoes to fill. But are the Varl... See, they haven't really... It's not like they're Klingons, right? Like, I don't think the posturing up and getting snarky with them is really a way to win respect. Maybe just let them know, like, hey, you can come along, but if you goof it again, you're out of here. I don't want to fight him. I don't want to get out of my face. That's a total overreact. And you protect me, like, it's already saying that he's trying to be prideful here. Like, I don't want to... Yeah, I'm going to you've got one shot. You tell him to report to Moger. I don't sit in the back lines. Make a mistake and you'll get your head caved in. Nobody will lose sleep over it. He nods and goes to speak with Moger. So yeah, this is a little, I guess that's kind of what I was trying to do, right? Like, be firm without being a dick. So, we didn't get a negative or a positive response on that. You're close enough to hear the dredge rattling through the buildings below. Pull them out of the houses, Moger suggests. Slag just can't resist an ambush. We'll have better luck in an open field. Take the fight to them. I don't like this. We'll skirt the village. I mean, we haven't really been running from fights at all, right? Like, that's one of the things I'm trying to do with Hakon to kind of lead these people. You send your shield bangers forward to get their attention. Before long, the dredge have gathered, ready for a fight. Man, all we do is fight with this squad. So this is a slightly larger force, but not by much. We'll go ahead and charge. Rush into battle. We might skip the second wave. Oh, yo! Gris did join us. He's a strong arm. What is a strong arm? He's a spearman? The model Varl warrior, Gris doesn't have much distinction to his name and little influence on the politics of Varl. But he's a warrior through and through, having fought in every great war and killed countless dredge and men alike. Dependable when he's not shooting his mouth off. Yo, his stats are pretty beastly. He can get up to 15 armor and 15 strength, so he gets kind of a double down. Battering ram. Character smashes into an enemy, knocking them back 4 tiles. Oh, this is like the thing the big dredge do to me, where they knock me back and goof up the armor of the person they nail. And then return the favor. Enemies who attack him lose 1 point of armor for each strike to the character. So this is similar to the passive ability that we get with our shield bangers, but with the kind of battlefield control of that battering ram. All right, so this does change my mind a little bit. Bless you. This does change my mind a little bit about who we take out into battle. I'm thinking we replace Luden, because Luden's special isn't really anything I love. And as far as like the effective usage of both abilities, either Luden's Impale or Gris's Knockback is the same. It alters the battlefield by shoving someone around. I think at least let's put Gris in. We want him to get 2 kills. So the priority for this fight is 2 kills for Gris, 1 kill for Gunnulf. And maybe nothing for Hakon. Maybe he should chill some, dog. Time for you to relax, Hakon. We do put ourselves in a weird position by fielding this many Varls that we're really starting to clutter up our battle lines. Doesn't matter as much in a situation like this where we're surrounded. So Hakon is up first. Then Moger. Then Gunnulf. So here, I want Gunnulf over here. We're going to try and take out these guys to the south that are a little bit easier to get through their armor straight away. They've got way less strength to whittle through. Because what I'd like to do is get them whittled down so that they're at our backs while we're then tending to the two larger guys since they're the bigger threat. That does mean... Can you get to... That probably means either Yrsa or Eric is exposed before they go. Eric's probably the better candidate for that to happen to, because he can at least... No. I mean, Yrsa does have a decent amount of armor. Well, wait, is this the answer? Hang on a minute. Maybe this is the answer. Because an attack from one of those dudes is not as big a deal. Let me flip the... No, because I want him to be able to get over right away. An attack to Gunnulf to start the fight is not something I would want. I think we're okay here. I think we're okay here. All right, so right from jump, we get Hakon in the dude's face. 10 would kill him. We don't want to kill him. Yeah, perfect. Boom. Being able to open a fight with Hakon like that and just immediately make some guy just run around and hit armor damage is so excellent. Because like that guy, we could leave him right next to Yrsa and I don't care. We'll bring you down here. You're not going to be able to do too much from a combat standpoint other than chip armor right here. 4, 5. But this gets you into a position... Like, this guy's going to go get up to Yrsa. Not great, if I'm honest. Didn't really calculate that the best. Shoot. We don't want to take Gunnulf up north. Oh, I totally misjudged how far those guys could walk. We didn't have to worry about them at all. We don't want to kill you yet. If I hit you, you'll die. And I don't necessarily... Well, look. That's fine. We'll kill one. We need to get Gunnulf a kill anyway. We'll do that. That gets him out of harm's way from the approaching dredge to the north. So, Gris, do I have you come down and join us at the bottom, or do I have you start posting up to do some damage to these guys? He'd be vulnerable to 3 attackers. But if I move him south... he's giving up a turn. Some of the action economy that I gained by jumping out to a fast start down here, we've lost just from positioning, which kind of sucks. And I don't want to hand these guys a bunch of turns by killing these guys off down here, because that defeats the purpose of what we did. I'm going to move him right here and just have him do like an armor attack, right? Just something to be at least a little productive. More of what he's doing right there is making sure that this guy can't just walk straight up to Yrsa. Speaking of, who goes next? Guy at the south, and he can't get up here. And then Eric goes... Okay, we're in business. So we're gonna have you... How many tiles can you shoot, slag, and burn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But that puts you in risk. And you can't get it down there. All right. I'm going to move you all the way over here. I know that's costing me 3 willpower. You'll die to basically anyone. So I guess just toss a slag and burn down there just to kind of at least get some battlefield control. Should have definitely shot that up to the north. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. That was really dumb. We do want 2 kills for Gris for the new guy. So we got to keep an eye on that too. Oh, right. Eric. Oh, so this is something else that Eric has going for him. And I totally forget about it. He can pass through his teammates, which is kind of a big deal. So he might... I might have to keep him around if we're going to field this many Varl, just for the sake of having the ability to have that extra mobility piece from him. Because that's, I mean, it may not seem like a huge advantage, but that is a huge advantage when you've got all these behemoths on the battlefield. You can get to here. So Gris is actually in range of this guy. Not that guy, not that guy. All right, so if we move Hakon here, we don't use a willpower, and we put him in a position to stir up some shit the next turn after these guys have moved forward. We do want some kills with Mogr. We can't get it with this guy. Yet, at least. But we can put 7 damage into him to neutralize what he can do once his turn comes up. This guy can't reach anybody. Gunnulf. Gunnulf's got his kill that he needed. Still has full strength. Oh, do you only take the 1 strength damage if you stop on it? That's interesting. I think Gunnulf's just gonna chill. Because I want to bait someone in closer. So this guy's gonna walk up and hit Gris. You hate to see it. But now Gris can respond. So I think Gris is gonna take this kill to the weakened guy. I know that speeds up how quickly their big boys get turns. No, hang on. Is this a good opportunity for me to use Gris's special? Just knocks him back. Sure. Oh, that it's way worse than the one that Dredge do because it only did the 1 armor period. Interesting. This guy can't do shit even at Yrsa. Can these guys get into Yrsa now? No, because of... Oh, well, no, it won't matter. We'll move 1 forward. And then what do we do? A slag and burn maybe on this guy? How much health does he have? 4? That kind of locks Eric in, though. Well, then it's just a wasted slag and burn. Here, no, do it here. And make them come to me to fight and step in the slag. All right. We know we want kills for Gris. Eric's like 2 away from another level as well. Let's go ahead and ice this guy because he does still have enough strength to at least be a nuisance. 1 armor on Gris, but then you lose an armor. And now Hakon can get in and just start swinging. So these guys are up next. Who's the very next? Him. 16. So we could do what? Move there. We've got 15. We don't want that. Let's do this. Ooh. I'm going to move him here and use a Sundering Impact on this guy, which I believe this will do. So let's see. It's 7, 8, 9, 10. Will this kill him outright? Maybe just the 1? Yeah. Okay. I did need 1 more to do exactly what I wanted, but that's not a terrible turn by any means. Mogr, you are super useful, but I can't. This is the 2nd fight in a row with Mogr that I've like put him to the fringe and immediately regretted it because it just takes him so long to get back. Oh, we just blocked in Gunnulf. Damn it. It's another wasted turn with Gunnulf. Oh boy. We want... Get your kill. Yrsa just gets juiced. I am so bad at keeping her alive. I'm maybe overvaluing slag and burn from her, I'm thinking that maybe it's time to reconsider her spot in the roster until she levels up. Once she levels up and she's got more break, I think she's a beast. But I don't know that that's necessarily my best usage at present. Let's go ahead and hit this dude with a big. Yeah, look at that. The ripple effect from the impact. Good old slow Moger's still gonna take his sweet time. I think Gunnulf's still locked out here. Yeah, I really cocked this up pretty good. All right, Eric's just going toe to toe with their biggest dude because he's a hoss. Battering ram or just an attack? We want just an attack. We need armor off this guy. We do need Grist to get one more kill, don't forget. So we'll look to do that. Should have cashed in some willpower from the horn there to get a bigger blast on him. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm fine with that. This also is a good candidate for Grist to maybe kill. Moger needed some kills too, though, actually. Wait, now that I think of it. Let's get one from Moger here. He did not level there, which is fine. We need this kill for Gris. Oh, I probably should have. How many can you do? 2? That was dumb of me. I definitely should have had Gunnulf go up and armor break. Now I gotta wait the whole time to go around. We can armor break with a couple other people, though. Moger could level here, though, I think. I'm not gonna worry about it. We'll get the one that we wanted. There we go. So where are we, before I finish this, about the team, I really don't think we're in a position to do a follow-up fight. Losing Yrsa, even though her damage output isn't always stellar, she does reliably give us that strength penetration. And with a couple other people stripped of armor, I don't like this fight. Well, but hang on. Gunnulf's still in really good shape. Moger's still got most of his armor. Hakon isn't really hurt. Eric's still got plenty of willpower. If we use some of the horn willpower, we can recharge Hakon's willpower. Gris is kind of in a rough spot. I don't know. Should we try it? If we get 3, I don't think we'll have a problem. If we get 4, we're not in a great spot. I like the idea of another round of fighting. We'll save more people. We will save more people. You're not wrong. Let's go for it. I could really wind up regretting this. So it looks like it's just 3. 19 armor on that guy? What the hell? Why would that exist? All right, we need Eric to rest because then he'll get a willpower back. Hakon. Can these guys hit anyone other? They cannot. They have to go through Moger first. So I think I'm going to do the same thing. I think I'm going to rest and kind of force these guys into fight. Moger's going to get trounced on here, though. How much willpower do you have? You have 1. That's exactly what you needed, bud. Do your 5 armor break. Love it. Gunnulf's going to take 3.5 years approximately to get into the fight. But if I'm honest, that might be for the best. Having Gunnulf as like a late fight reserve seems like a bad idea because he can be so useful, but it does put me in a situation where Gunnulf is joining late when other people presumably have lost some of their strength, which means that Gunnulf, yeah, I need as much armor off this. Oh, damn it, I cashed it in and then didn't use it. Oh, I was too quick to click. Having Gunnulf as a late boost is actually super beneficial. Go ahead and use that. Give Hakon a charge up here. This guy can't do shit because he blocked himself out. He did the same thing I've done to myself. 17, 9. So I think this is the move. We need one of these guys down. Sundering Impact. 5, 6, 7, 8 we can do to this guy. And Sundering Impact would make it 9. No, it's still only 8 because you can only charge Sundering Impact twice. That's fine. Totally was not fine. That is not at all what I wanted. And quite in fact, was a disaster. And Hakon just got juiced. Oof. Alright, Gunnulf, I was just bragging about how great you're going to be as a late reserve. So don't let me down. Because we're going to need you, buddy. This is almost certainly doomed for failure now. 4. I need such a ridiculous amount of armor break that I just don't think it's possible. Eric literally can't do anything. No, I can do it. Just believe in myself. Just do it. I mean, it's not hard. Just do it, regardless of what the mathematics say. There goes Hakon. Oh boy. 5. This guy's going to be able to just step in and nail Gunnulf if I'm not careful. All right, so Gunnulf has 16 strength. 16. What does Tempest do? Normal strength damage to 2 adjacent enemies. So 16 would take you down 4 and you down 8. Take you out. You have 5. Yo, all right, so Gunnulf. This is the strength of Gunnulf as the late reserve fighter. I still don't think we're doable, but it's no longer like impossible. 5, but I'll take a strength damage to the coals. You have 4 armor, 6. So you'd have 5 by the time you got here. You wouldn't be able to do anything. Rest, because you might be able to hand someone enough willpower to make a difference. You can kill him outright. 7, 7. Yeah, kill him outright. I know this speeds up the other guy's turns. Where the hell is this guy going? Oh, he's summoning! No! Gunnulf. Kill that man. Get out of here with that nonsense. He took 1 strength damage to go run down Eric, and then he couldn't even finish the job. You fool. We will have Eric essentially sacrifice himself to do some chip damage. Oh, I should have saved 1 to make him be able to do Bring the Pain. That's all right. And then Gunnulf's just gonna be able to walk in and finish this. Woo! That's the power of late reserve Gunnulf. And we get a studded pommel for our efforts. Definitely gonna need a little sleepy sleep though. Again, the resting though doesn't wind up being that big a deal because of the fact that this group has so much in the way of provisions.